Imagine waking up to a world where trillions of dollars are changing hands. It's fundamentally altering the economic landscape. That's not science fiction. It's the great wealth transfer, and it's happening right now. It's accelerating into 2026. This isn't just a story for the ultra-rich. It's a global event that will reshape your investments, your career, and even your future. Are you ready for it? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most significant economic shifts of our lifetime. Over the next 2 decades, an estimated $84 trillion will be passed down from baby boomers to their heirs. To put that into perspective, that's more than 3 times the entire GDP of the United States. This isn't a gentle stream. It's an avalanche of assets, and its impact is already beginning to ripple through every corner of the economy. So who's involved in this massive transfer? On one side, we have the baby boomer generation, born between 1946 and 1964. They've spent their lives building businesses, investing in real estate, and accumulating assets in what was one of the most prosperous periods in history. On the other side are their heirs, primarily millennials and Gen X, who are set to become the beneficiaries of this unprecedented windfall. But this isn't just about cash being wired from one bank account to another. The wealth being transferred is incredibly diverse. We're talking about vast portfolios of stocks and bonds, sprawling real estate holdings from family homes to commercial properties, and ownership stakes in countless small and medium-sized businesses that form the backbone of our economy. And let's not forget the new frontier: digital assets, cryptocurrency wallets, NFTs, valuable domain names, and online businesses are all part of this modern inheritance puzzle. The complexity of transferring these varied assets is a challenge in itself, one that many families are only just beginning to confront. The sheer scale of this transfer is poised to create what I call economic earthquakes. Think about the stock market as this wealth changes hands. We could see massive inflows into sectors favored by younger generations, like technology, renewable energy, and sustainable investments. This could fuel incredible growth in certain areas while potentially leaving more traditional industries behind. Consumer spending habits will also fundamentally change. Millennials, often burdened by debt, may suddenly find themselves with significant purchasing power, leading to booms in housing, luxury goods, and travel. One of the big debates among economists is whether this transfer will be inflationary or deflationary. The argument for inflation is simple. A new generation with more money to spend could drive up demand and prices. However, there's another side to the coin. Many heirs might choose to pay off debt or invest conservatively, which could act as a deflationary force, cooling down an overheated economy. The truth is likely somewhere in the middle, creating a complex and unpredictable economic environment that will require careful navigation. This shift is also giving birth to entirely new industries. We're already seeing a surge in demand for specialized wealth management services that cater to the unique needs of next-generation inheritors. Financial advisors, estate planners, tax attorneys who understand digital assets and complex family structures are becoming invaluable. We're also seeing the rise of legacy consultants who help families define and preserve not just their financial wealth, but their values and stories for generations to come. Now, if you're on the receiving end of this transfer, it's crucial to have a plan. Receiving a large inheritance can feel like winning the lottery, but it comes with its own set of challenges, often referred to as sudden wealth syndrome. The emotional and psychological pressure can be immense, leading to poor decisions. The statistics are sobering. A staggering 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and 90% by the third. The key is to be prepared. Before you make any major decisions, take a breath, assemble a team of trusted advisors, and create a comprehensive financial plan. A huge piece of this puzzle is taxes. The tax landscape is constantly shifting, and by 2026, the rules around estate taxes, capital gains, and gifting could look very different. For example, the current high federal estate tax exemption is set to expire at the end of 2025, potentially cutting the exempt amount in half. Understanding how to navigate these rules is critical. Strategies like step-up in basis, which can significantly reduce capital gains taxes on inherited assets, become incredibly important. This is not a DIY project. Professional tax advice is non-negotiable. Once you've handled the immediate logistics, the question becomes, what do you do with the money? Investing your inheritance requires a thoughtful approach. The first priority for many is wealth preservation, ensuring the principal is uneroded by inflation or poor investments. But beyond that, there's an opportunity to grow your legacy responsibly. This could mean investing in a diversified portfolio, starting a business, or exploring impact investing, where you can generate a financial return while also making a positive social or environmental contribution. The goal is to make the wealth work for you and for the future you want to build. Of course, this conversation isn't just for the beneficiaries. If you're part of the generation planning to pass on your wealth, the old ways of estate planning are no longer enough. Simple will is just the starting point. To truly protect your assets and your family, you need to explore more sophisticated tools. Trusts, for example, can provide greater control over how and when assets are distributed. Protect them from creditors and minimize tax burdens. For those with a philanthropic vision, establishing a foundation or a donor-advised fund can be a powerful way to create a lasting, charitable legacy. One of the most delicate aspects of estate planning is managing family dynamics. Money can bring out the best and worst in people, and inheritance is a leading cause of family disputes. Open and honest communication is the best preventative medicine. Holding family meetings, clearly explaining your intentions, and being transparent about your estate plan can help prevent misunderstandings and foster a sense of harmony. It's about more than just dividing assets. It's about preserving family relationships. And in our digital age, we have to talk about digital legacy planning. What happens to your email accounts, your social media profiles, your cloud storage, and your crypto wallets when you're gone? Without a plan, these assets can be lost forever or become a nightmare for your executor to manage. You need to inventory your digital assets, decide what you want to happen to them, provide clear instructions and access for your designated heir. Services now exist to help manage this process, ensuring your digital life is handled according to your wishes. So, as we look toward 2026 and beyond, how can you prepare for the prosperity and the pitfalls of this great wealth transfer? Whether you are expecting to give or receive wealth, the time to act is now. Start by educating yourself. Read books, listen to podcasts, and watch videos like this one. Then, start having conversations with your family. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it's a crucial step. Finally, assemble your team of professionals, a financial advisor, an estate planning attorney, and a tax specialist. One of the most common mistakes people make is procrastination. It's easy to put off these conversations and decisions, but waiting can lead to disastrous consequences, both financially and emotionally. Another major pitfall is failing to update your plan. Life changes, you get married, have children, start a business, and your estate plan needs to evolve with you. Review it every few years to ensure it still reflects your wishes. Ultimately, navigating the great wealth transfer is about more than just money. It's an opportunity to think about your legacy in a broader sense. What impact do you want to have on your family, your community, and the world? Building a lasting legacy is about passing on your values, your wisdom, and your purpose alongside your financial assets. By planning thoughtfully and communicating openly, you can ensure that this transfer of wealth becomes a source of empowerment and opportunity for generations to come. This is a massive topic, and we've only scratched the surface today. What are your biggest questions or concerns about the great wealth transfer? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you build a smarter financial future. See you in the next one.